The Airline Passenger Experience Association, or APEX, is a trade association that includes all of the world's major airlines, the major motion picture studios and media companies worldwide, and all of the principal in-flight entertainment and communications providers. We have more than 400 corporate members. I'm beginning my third two-year term on the board of directors. We think of ourselves as the thought leaders in this space. The Apex Technology Committee that I chair establishes the digital content delivery and connectivity specifications for all of the onboard systems, as well as for the content delivery supply chain for everything that's delivered on board. The company for which I work, Lufthansa Systems, is an information technology company that's wholly owned by the Lufthansa Group, and I'm responsible for content and media strategy. Today, I would like to share with you that our Apex Technology Committee has launched an advertising delivery working group to enable our industry to take part in evolving in-flight and airport advertising opportunities that are emerging from a major change in the delivery of digital advertising. Gurmeet mentioned that he was on a flight where there was no personalization. There are many reasons why our current IFE systems are not responsive to dynamic ad insertion and why the content delivery supply chain is slow. But these things are undergoing significant changes. New content delivery specifications and methodologies were adapted in June that will reshape the entire content delivery supply chain for in-flight. While personal electronic devices, PEDs, that passengers bring on board themselves may not completely replace embedded screens, they are beginning to constitute the client side of the networks in increasing numbers, and that ratio will continue to increase in favor of the PEDs, particularly with mid-range and low-cost carriers, and will supplement embedded screens on the larger airlines. This fact alone changes ad delivery capability and ensures that it is not limited to the fuselage of the aircraft. So let's look at the current issues in the field of advertising beyond in-flight entertainment, where revenues are weakening, advertiser confidence is diminishing, fraud is flourishing, and stocks of the major advertising aggregators are dropping. First, video advertising has been displacing print advertising for some time, but there are significant changes taking place in the video advertising sector, which has historically been anchored in broadcast television. Market fragmentation has seen the broadcast TV market lose audience share, first to cable and satellite, then to the internet, then to the over-the-top services like Amazon, Hulu, and Netflix, and then to the mobility of content with increasing consumption of content outside the home. So mobile out of home and digital place-based are two emerging segments of the same market. Third, advertising delivery workflows have become increasingly automated as to ad placement as well as to data capture and the reporting of consumers' viewing of such ads. And ads are increasingly targeted, contextualized, and personalized. That's the theme we've heard all day. Realistically, advertising whose views cannot be verified are of diminishing interest to advertisers. The Holy Grail is now a video advertising ecosystem that establishes a global cross-platform advertising market that combines broadcast, internet, over-the-top, and mobile out-of-home viewing. In-flight entertainment, and by extension, airports, have the opportunity to participate in the out-of-home and digital place-based markets, which is where the growth is taking place. Advertisers will turn to in-flight, among other markets, to offset the losses from home viewing if we can meet their criteria. However, once this ecosystem is established, ads placed within it will be more targeted and focused on the content surrounding the ads. In in-flight entertainment, this not only means city pairs and destination focus, but such things as seasonal context and even the destination weather at the time of arrival, all matched with the use of personal data to target and personalize ads. This means that while advertising may require a vast cross-platform ecosystem, the ads within that ecosystem will not and should not go to everyone, but to passengers dependent on their personal demographics as well as flight-specific data. This means the ability to store and activate a range of ads based on such context and to have the ability to enable them dynamically. It also means we need to find new ways to capture personal data from passengers in a fair and reasonable and respectful way. Such data is the fuel for our advertising engine and is potential currency for the passenger. In an effort to develop a cross-platform marketing initiative and to support search engine-based advertising, Madison Avenue has established a number of new standards, specifications, and spot advertising practices. These standards will increase the data capture and data reporting capability of our onboard systems, and these requirements will be addressed by our new working group. One of the most basic things necessary to the integration of various kinds of ads across all global and technological platforms is to establish common identifiers to be contained in metadata. Ad ID has emerged as a web-based system for the registration of advertising assets that ensures that all views on all platforms in all locations are attributed to the specific ad that the advertiser or agency wants to track. The boards of directors of both the Association of National Advertisers, ANA, and the American Association of Advertising Agencies have unanimously endorsed Ad ID as the industry standard for web-based universal coding for digital assets to eliminate the guesswork and to avoid confusion. A very significant number of the major advertising agencies, some 80% of them, now require the use of Ad ID. And in the future, all mainstream advertisements will be automatically delivered with an Ad ID identifier, and our systems must and will begin to accommodate them. So some of the key requirements that our industry must conform to is adherence to the trackable media identification standards of the advertising industry as defined by the Media Ratings Council. This will ensure that in-flight advertising can qualify for the highest fees for certified viewing. So the objectives of this initiative are to enable in-flight advertising to be sold and delivered as part of larger advertising buys, to facilitate the uniform identification of ads so as to ensure that their in-flight exhibition can be identified and included in reports from other exhibition of the same ads, to facilitate ad delivery and dynamic insertion, considering such things as delivering ads outside of the delivery of non-advertising content, to establish uniform and comprehensive standards for data capture to facilitate reporting that qualifies for measurement by the advertiser, to facilitate development of an in-flight entertainment database on a route-specific basis that enables prospective advertisers to easily identify city pairs, flight counts, and demographics to qualify the ad buys, and to develop the ability to personalize and contextualize the ads on a per-flight, per-passenger basis. Apex has established working relationships with all of the entities on this slide that are driving these major changes on behalf of Madison Avenue and the evolution of a global cross-platform advertising ecosystem.